Okay, guys, so part two. Basically, what I'm saying is that Max Kellerman's thought process just did not work out. Now, I've seen Stephen A. Smith off his rocker at times as well, and I'm like, what are you talking about? In the last couple of takes they had with Max and him before Max obviously left the show and stuff, I was like, what are you two talking about? What is going on? Now, I cannot remember the guy's name. Oh man. He's an older guy with glasses and stuff. I can't remember his name. I think it's Wojo or something along the lines of that. And he said in 10 million years before, as the sun dies out, Jim Harbaugh will never beat Ohio State. He proved them wrong and stuff. Now, granted, that's not a bad take to say that in the least, because even though I'm a Michigan fan, I get his thought process where he's backing it up with information that it's 10 years, it hasn't happened, we've been blown out. A lot of people believe that, I think it's Joe, don't quote me on this, I don't want to mess up his name, Joe Klatt, I believe, whatever his name is, the commentator next to Gus Johnson. Anyway, his point is that the days of Ohio State blowing out Michigan are over. And that's not a bad take to have either, because Michigan has proven what their defense is. Strong, big guys inside and fast edge guys that have long arms outside to stop the team. That's good information in sports and life, because he's actually backing it up with factual information, talking about the team and stuff. And that's what I like about this guy, because he's actually talking about factual information. You see these people where any person can be a jackass or an a-hole and just go sit on a show and talk out of their ass, basically out of thin air, and say, yeah, I think Tom Brady's going to win another Super Bowl because he's the GOAT and stuff, and there's no reason that he can't win another one and stuff. Well, maybe he's got other crap going in his life and stuff, all of that nonsense. So a lot of people don't bring in factual information. You gotta bring in factual information and reasoning to the table when you talk about certain aspects. Regardless if it's political aspects, you try to talk diplomatic and not try to get in a rage match with someone. Regardless if it's a sports thing, I try to talk calm and stuff. I don't try to get into a debate. I say, okay, let the game do the talking, all right? We can just sit up here, talk factual information and stats all day, but then at the end of the time, always back up your stuff and then let the game do the talking at the end of the day, because, all these hype videos and talking is not going to get anywhere. At the end of the day, you got to see what happens actually on the field. But those are my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts.